Hi, thanks for listening to Not Enough Thumbs. I am doing a book review by a local author, Sarah Hanks. The book is entitled A Battle Worth Fighting. This book has a twofold storyline. One part of the storyline brings you back to the Civil War. It was the beginning of the Civil War, and this wife and husband pair. The husband felt called to go off to battle with the South, and he felt he needed to do so to help protect his neighbors. So he went off to war. His wife couldn't bear to have him go and come back changed because that had happened to family members of hers in the past. So she disguised herself as a man and enlisted in the army as well. Spent a lot of time trying to find him, couldn't find him for a good portion of the book. Towards the end of the book, she does find him and realizes some things about herself, and that the battle they were fighting was not truly what they stood for. So they ended up switching sides and fighting against slavery, which was what the main issue was. So they realized what side of the battle they needed to be on. So in this case, it was a love story where they went after each other and were willing to fight for the death to find each other and bring each other back. The other part of the story was set in current times with a husband and wife who were separated. They were struggling in their marriage, couldn't figure out how to get things to work. The husband actually moved to a different part of the U.S., so they were completely separated. And the wife realized she didn't want to lose him. So she flew to where he was and did everything in her own power to try to get him back. What she was missing was that he didn't want her to try other things to get him back. He wanted her to realize that he loved her for who she was and not wanting her to change. And she had a hard time accepting that. She had put up so many barriers because of past experiences, because of trauma with her mother and other issues in her life, that she blocked everybody out who truly loved her. She came to a realization when talking with her aunt that what she was missing all along was that she needed God to help her in changing her perspective on her husband, and that she needed to make some sacrifices for him. So it was just a great story in that she realized, and the connection there was that her family member who was in the army, this whole switching of sides, she had always thought that she had to stand strong with what she had always done and just move forward, and couldn't make any changes in that because that would make her seem weak. But when she realized that her family member had switched sides to fight for what she believed in, she realized that she needed to do the same thing and fight for what she needed, not necessarily what she wanted. So it was a good story. It was good connections, good lessons to be learned. I would definitely recommend this book. I think it's good. It just was released a week or so ago, so it's very, very new. So I would recommend getting yourself a copy of it. I will put the link to order the book in the comments. Thanks for listening to my book review. Not Enough Thumbs.